Hi guys, Alice Taylor down here at Lytham Golf Academy, and today I'm going to show you how to hit your irons further by using your driver head cover. Okay then guys, so many of the guys I work with, and maybe me even more so in this, golfers feel that they hit their irons pretty well, but maybe hit them a little high for what they're looking for, and therefore maybe don't get quite the distance they're after. And a really important thing to be able to do well with your irons is obviously to hit it out the middle of the club face, but also for us to have a good angle of attack, the angle that the club's moving into impact, and for the shaft to be leaning forward very slightly to impact, which again can encourage that downward strike. So if I were to hit just a fairly typical iron shot for me, so pretty happy with that, and we can see average carry distance at 163 yards. So the ball speed was 116 mile an hour and the ball launched at just over 20 degrees. We can see as I hit the ball, it was very much a centered strike and my club was traveling down 2.7 degrees at impact. So definitely for me, what I've always tended to struggle with just a little bit with my irons is that as I come into impact, I'm quite shallow with the club head and there's not too much shaft lean on the club, so I promote quite a bit of loft. So I still hit the ball a reasonable distance, but I know if I could get a little less loft and the club just a little steeper through the ball, I'd get more ball speed and that would translate into more distance. So a great little drill. Take your driver head cover, place it on the ground behind the golf ball, just over the length of your grip away from the golf ball. Now we're going to hit some shots, and all that's going to do is, if we're very, very shallow, I'm obviously going to hit that head cover. So it's going to make me keep the bottom of the arc in front of the golf ball. It's going to get me shifting my pressure forward, and in theory this should make me hit down a little bit more, get the shaft leaning forward and pick up that ball speed. So let's hit one. Try and miss that head cover. So that felt different, and even though there was only a little bit of pickup in distance, I'm going to hit 2 or 3 just to get used to that as a feeling, because that did feel massively different for me. And even there I think you can hear there's definitely more kind of interaction of the club with the mat. So let's just do 2 more of those and then we'll have a look at a shot. That's good. And one final one with the head cover there. So not so much conscious for me on the backswing of missing it. I think I'd always miss that, but very aware of making sure I missed that by quite a bit on the way down. Again, really, really solid. So let's look at the difference on that last shot with the head cover there and compare that to that first one that I hit. Okay guys, so we can see that ball speed's gone from 116 mile an hour to 124. So a big jump, 8 mile an hour. We've gone from just over 20 degrees to just under 19. Kept that backspin about the same. Now interestingly there, that's actually gone a little bit higher overall, but just because it's continued on that trajectory for longer, but it's gone 175 over 163. Now we'll look at my angle of attack. I've definitely gone steeper, so I'm now 4.5 degrees down. More shaft lean, giving me that lower launch angle and therefore that more speed. Okay then guys, so we can see there that the head cover is definitely changing my angle of attack and the loft I present to the golf club. But like with any drill, it's great doing it when it's there. Can I move the head cover out of the way and still maintain what I've done there? Now, definitely for me, the feeling that gave me was that from the top of my swing, felt that I had to get a lot quicker over onto my left side in order to miss the head cover. So that's going to be my key focus for this golf swing. That felt a good strike, just turning over a touch. And when we look at the numbers for the shot, So we can see the ball speed's jumped up to 126 mile an hour, so more speed again. My launch angle's gone down even more, which is great. So that's under 18 now, just over 17 and a half. Backspin was a touch lower. The peak of the shot has come down very slightly, but I've actually got that out 177 yards. So my angle of attack still over 4, so not quite as good as when the head cover was there, but certainly I've managed to get the shaft leaning forward to de-loft the club a bit more. So as long as I can keep the focus on what I'm doing there, we can definitely see how I'm able to present the golf club less lofted at impact and certainly with a better angle of attack. Not saying I want to always be steeper with everything, but certainly for me and any of you guys who are a bit shallow that maybe pop the ball up in the air, that is definitely going to help you deliver the club in a more powerful position. So guys, hope you've enjoyed the video. So that's how you're going to help use your driver head cover to hit your irons further and more consistently. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, like and share it, comment below, let me know if you've tried the drill, has it helped for you? Subscribe to the channel if you don't already, follow me on all the social media platforms, all under Ali Taylor Golf. Hopefully catch up with some of you guys down here in the future. Stay in contact.